Hello friends, welcome to today's video. In this video, we are going to study about computer vision and introduction to computer vision. I hope you guys have heard of computer vision, right? If you have not heard, no problem. You can still continue watching this video so that you will be able to know what is computer vision, okay? So computer vision is a way of teaching intelligence to machines, okay? So as you guys know that machines doesn't have intelligence, okay? So what we are going to do is we are going to use a computer vision to teach the machines in such a way that the machines would understand the things like us, okay? Because we have got intelligence in us, right? So suppose you are going to a mall, okay, and you see so many people. So how are you able to distinguish between whether that person is a human being or an animal? Because you know that you are able to find some of the features that the humans have in common, right? Similarly, what we are trying to do is when the computer also sees a human being, he should be able to understand that this is a human being, okay? We are going to make the computer also have an intelligence in such a way that it understands, okay? So that is the main concept behind the computer vision, okay? So I hope what is computer vision is clear to you. Now let's start with an introduction from where did the computer vision origin and things like that, okay? So computer vision or OpenCV was started at Intel in 1999 by Gary Bradsky, and the first release came out in 2000. In 2005, OpenCV was used on Stanley, the vehicle that won the 2005 DAPRA Grand Challenge, okay? So the car is what you can see in the picture in my slide, okay? This was the car that was actually made for the Grand Challenge, the DAPRA Grand Challenge that was held in California, okay? Later its active development continued under the support of Willow Garage with Gary Bradsky leading the project. OpenCV supports a wide variety of programming languages such as C++, Python, Java, etc. And now it is available in different platforms such as Windows, Linux, Android, iOS, etc. Okay, OpenCV Python is the Python API for OpenCV, combining the best qualities of the OpenCV, C++ API and the Python programming language. Okay, so OpenCV means what it is. It's a Python library of Python bindings designed to solve the computer vision problems. Python is a general purpose programming language started by Guido van Rossum that became very popular very quickly, mainly because of its simplicity and code readability. It enables the programmer to express the ideas in fewer lines of code without reducing its readability. Compared to the languages like C, C++, the Python is much slower, okay? Which means that C++ is a much faster programming language, okay? But the Python has got a very good quality that in a few lines of code you are able to get the desired output, okay? So we need OpenCV to be much faster with some number of lines, and initially while making the OpenCV, it was written in C++ programming languages, okay? Python can be easily extended with C and C++, which allows us to write computationally intensive code in C or C++ and creates Python wrappers that can be used as modules. So what they did was they took the OpenCV C++ and wrapped it with the Python. Okay, so why we did that? Because we need the two advantages. One is C++ fast execution, and the next one is the Python's fewer lines of code. Okay, and now the OpenCV in Python is much faster and can be written in fewer lines of code, which means you can do more detections and things like that using this OpenCV. Okay, so guys, I want you to know where you have seen this OpenCV. Okay, so OpenCV can be seen in variety of our day-to-day life. Okay, so now as you guys have heard of self-driving car, which is the Tesla car, right? It drives automatically, right? Because without the driver itself, it can drive because it has a auto driving mode. Okay, so we are trying to make the car to understand like the human beings, right? So that is done using this OpenCV technology. The next one is the Facebook face detection technology, which is like if you upload a picture of so many people, okay, the Facebook actually understands or tries to understand which person is each of them, right? Or it has just been able to understand all the faces. All these things are done using this computer vision. Okay, the next is the eye detection system, right? Because in airports you have seen that you are just being asked to look into a camera to get your eyes, right, to understand whether you are the correct person who's entering the next country, right? So all these things comes under the computer vision. Okay, so what does OpenCV do? OpenCV aims at real-time computer vision digital images. Okay, digital images are typically stored as a matrix. Okay, so now let's see this, how each image is being stored. Okay, so here you can see the first picture. Just look into the first picture. Okay, this is a picture. Okay, and you want to color the number 3. How will you color? You will color some boxes, right? So now in the next picture you can see that the number 3 is being colored, isn't it? Okay, so now how will OpenCV store these images? Okay, you can see that it's been denoted by 0 and 1, right? So here the 0 means it's a shaded portion and 1 means it's a non-shaded portion. Okay, so without these color, it will be digitally storing this image in the form of a matrix. Okay, so what is matrix? So by excluding all of this, you will get like the first row will be 6 ones and 6 zeros and 4 ones, right? In such a way that all of the columns have some number of zeros and ones, right? So all these will be stored, and if you are trying to access that image back, then what will they do? They will restore these images. Like 0 means they know it's a colored one, right? It will color it back to you and show it to you. Okay, so you understood that how digital images are being stored, right? There are 2 classifications for digital images. Okay, so the digital images are classified into 2. They are the grayscale images and the colored images, right? In day-to-day life also you might have seen these kind of images. So what is grayscale image? In the grayscale image you will be having just 2 channels, which is the black channel as well as the white channel, right? So we just consider it to be one channeled one. Why? Because a gray channel means it is just a black channel, because other than that everything's are white, right? So we consider it to be a just one channel. Okay, grayscale is actually a one channel and it has got just black. So now let's consider the colored scale images. In the color scale images, you have got 3 channels. Okay, they are the green, blue and red. Okay, by mixing these 3 primary colors, what will you be able to get? You will be able to get the white color. Okay, so what you can do is just go home, take some of your colors which is the watercolors, take blue, green and red and try to mix them in equal quantity, and then you will be able to get the white color. Okay, why did we choose this RGB to be 3 colors is that in such a way that if you take these 3 colors in a proper quantity and then mix them together, then you will be able to get all the colors that you can see in today's life. Okay, so all these colors are got through these 3 colors. So that's why we have got a 3 channel which is R, G and B, red, green and blue. Now in this picture itself you can see that green and blue mixed together to form the cyan. Okay, green and red together to form yellow, blue and red together forms the magenta color. Okay, you can try these colors. Okay, and you will be able to get every colors that you can see in this in the day-to-day life. Okay, so that's why we chose these 3 colors as the primary colors, and we have given OpenCV the 3 colored channels. Okay, so now you can see here a picture. Okay, a picture of a girl in a red channel, a green channel and a blue channel. Okay, and the last image is the original image. Okay, so while storing, what they will do is that if you give a colored image, it is converted into 3 channels, which is the red channel, green channel and the blue channel. Okay, and then what they will do is that they will mix them together, they will add them together and then give you the colored image. Okay, so while storing, they just convert one image into 3 channels and then store them, and once when you call that image back, then what they do is that they will combine it, add the 3 of them together and show it back to you. Okay, so this is all about the colored images. Okay, now this is an actual image representation. Okay, so here you can see a small circle, right? Here this color, okay, here you can see there is some portion of red and there is some portion of green, right? So how would this image be stored is what we have seen here. Okay, so in the image representation of a grayscale, you have seen that it is stored in the format of 0 and 1. Okay, but the colored images, they will be storing from the values of 0 to 255. Okay, the values are in between 0 and 255. Okay, so here what you can see is that there are 3 channels, which is the red channel. The first matrix is the red channel matrix, the second one is the blue channel and next is the green channel. Okay, so all these, so if they want to store the small area itself, they will be converting into 3 different channels, 3 different matrices, and then only they will be storing. Okay, so for these image storing, you need some matrices, right? So these matrices are stored using a Python module called NumPy. Okay, so NumPy is a highly optimized library for numerical operations. Array processing package library is NumPy. Okay, so array structure is important because digital images are stored as a 2D array of pixels. Okay, all the OpenCV array structures are converted to and from the NumPy arrays. You can use more convenient indexing system also other than the loops. It provides a high performance multi-dimensional array objects and tools for working with arrays, which makes it easier for processing the images. Okay, so in the next video or in the next coming sessions, I'll be teaching you how to use this NumPy module, as well as we will be discussing about how to do the face detection system, eye detection system. All these systems I'll be showing you guys. Okay, so now let's install this OpenCV Python into your computer. Okay, so I hope you have downloaded the Python, right? If you haven't downloaded, you can just click on the link that appears on the top. Just click on that and try to install the Python. Okay, in my videos itself I have shown you how to just install Python. First do that and then come back here, and then we'll try to install Python. Okay, not install Python, install the OpenCV library. Okay, I hope you guys finished installing the Python. Okay, so now it's not a free package, free open source module. Okay, OpenCV to install you need a command called pip package installer for Python. Okay, so we are going to install the modules using the pip package installer. Okay, so now what you have to do is go to your start, then type cmd. Okay, and just open it. I'll also open it. Okay, and then we'll install it together. So now what you have to do is you have to type pip install OpenCV Python. Okay, so this is the command that you're going to give in the command prompt. Okay, if you guys don't know how to open the command prompt, what you have to do, you have to go to type to search and just search for cmd. Okay, and just open it using this. Okay, just click here and then you will be able to get this command prompt. Okay, now just type this command pip install OpenCV Python and press the enter. So now it might take a while. Okay, so what you have to do is just be patient, it's just downloading. So after downloading we'll continue. Okay, so now you guys know that it has been finished downloading. Okay, now what you have to do is you have to take your Python here from the start. Just take Python idle and just open it, and we are going to check whether it has been installed properly. Okay, so as you have downloaded OpenCV itself, you have got this NumPy also together. Okay, because in the NumPy we are going to store the arrays. Okay, so that is the reason. Now let's try to check. Okay, so in your Python shell, what you have to do is just try to type import cv2. Okay, and just press enter, and if you get no errors, then you know that it has been done successfully. Okay, if you are able to get an error, don't worry, go back to your command prompt and just type pip install numpy. Okay, and just press the enter, then you will be able to get the cv2 as well as numpy. Okay, because there might be issues with the version. Okay, so that's the problem that you are not able to get. Okay, so now let's check the CV2 version. Just type CV2 dot underscore underscore version underscore underscore. Then you can see that it is 4.5.3. okay, I am doing this video in 2021, so my version is this. If you guys might be doing after some and there might be a new releases of CV2, then you will be only able to get the newer version of CV2. Okay, so don't worry about all that. Okay, so that's all for today's video. Thank you for watching my video. If you have any doubts, please do comment in the comment box so that I'll get back to you. And thank you for watching this video. If you like my video, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Bye guys, see you in the next part with the next video of OpenCV. Bye.